Thank you.
My next guest isn't trying to get guns to the Ukrainian people, but just basic medical supplies, food, all of that sort of stuff that gets to be increasingly difficult during these humanitarian passageway times when we're told the Russians make it very difficult for aid to come in and folks to get out. Nir Zohar is the president and COO of WIX, specializing in that. Joins us out of Tel Aviv. Nir, very good to have you. Could you explain how this works, how you're helping folks out?
Yeah, so WIX has almost 1,000 employees in Ukraine. Almost a sixth of our workforce is based in Ukraine. And ever since this crisis started, even slightly before that, we were working very hard on trying to evacuate as many as we can outside of Ukraine. I'm happy to say that today, out of those 1,000 or so, about 400 are already outside of the country, and 90% are outside of the danger zones. So even the ones who are still in Ukraine, we managed to evacuate to the western parts of Ukraine, where it's less dangerous.
Nir, have the Russians made things more difficult for you, or tried to get these supplies in? Reports that they've cordoned off so-called humanitarian zones that were supposed to allow this kind of stuff to get in, and for that matter, Ukrainians to get out, but that it's gotten complicated, has it?
Well, it definitely has. I can say that, again, in the western parts of the country, it's obviously easier because it's farther away from where most of the attacks are happening, which is the northern and eastern parts of Ukraine. For us, the key, I would say, the key challenge is for our teams who are still in Dnipro or in Kiev to get out. And since the humanitarian corridors are not very stable and are not really trusted by the Ukrainians, it's extremely hard today to actually try to move people out. Even if you get a hold of a transport, a bus, a van, a minibus, which is on its own a very big challenge, it's really hard to move people around. They're just afraid to be on the roads.
Nir, what do people there need the most? I mean, we get these reports of Russian soldiers, looting grocery stores, convenience stores, denying Ukrainians, I guess, of the same materials. What do you need?
So again, I think for people in Western Ukraine, I hear that it's relatively it's more around simple access to food. I think that if you talk about people who are in the more dangerous areas towards the east, it gets down to the real necessities of again, food, but even clean water in some cases, medicine, etc.
Listen, I wish you well. That's a tough task, and clearly you're up to it, and your people are up to it. Keep us posted here. Very, 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 heartwarming. Nir Zohar, the president and COO of WIX, trying to help out Ukrainians with this stuff.